Lady Flo here. I have some tea for you today. Talk about Gypsy's age. Now she's currently 32, as we all know. She's got great skin for being in her 30s. Let me tell you what, when she was 10 years old, there were 10 candles on that birthday cake. Now that cake could have very well burnt down. And sorry y'all, I normally try to get rid of my southern accent, but when I am emotional about something, my accent does come out. I mean, there was a time I was hiking and I got stuck, in my 20s, and my southern accent came out so bad. So bear with me when I talk about Gypsy. I think my accent's just gonna be there because this thing just gets under my skin, okay? So, because truth is really important to me. Like, truth is that's me, all right? So, Gyps knew how old she was when she was 10. She knew how old she was when she was 14. She knew how old she was when she was 23, and I can prove it. So, her lifetime interview when she says, oh yeah, I didn't know how old I was because my mom never had the proper amount of candles on the cake for my age. Bullcrap lie, all right? I saw your 10-year-old birthday party, and there was 10 candles on that cake. But regardless, a mom don't need to put that many candles. So I think it's okay to just put one. You're just making one wish, right? I mean, maybe Gypsy would make 8 or 10, she's a little spoiled. She's 14. They go from the south. After the hurricane, they go to Missouri. When they get there, they register, relocating and, the Army, Salvation Army and all that stuff. And, they told, because it was going to be too hard to explain her age and all that stuff, they actually said the correct age when they got there. So, Dee Dee did tell everyone Gypsy was 14, and this is when Gypsy was 14, all right? So Gyps knew she was 14 when she was 14. She knew she was 10 when she was 10. She was in Girl Scouts and, communion where, for the communion thing with the Catholic school, you have to show your birth certificate. So she knew she was 8, 9, 10 when she was 8, 9, 10. When she was 14 and they came to Missouri in the very beginning, she knew she was 14 and they told people she was 14 that were, immediately helping them because they didn't want to cause any bells or alarms to go off for people. Now, later on, they tell charities and things like that Gyps was younger than she was. And that's because a lot of these children's charities that they were applying for and getting free things for and money and all that, you have to be a child, okay? So that's why they did that. Is it good? No, it's a bad thing to do, okay? Don't do it. But Gyps didn't know how old she was because her state ID had her correct age, all right? Her Medicaid card had her correct age. In her interview with cops after she gets arrested, she tells cops, I'm 19, but my Medicaid card says I'm 23, 24. They made a mistake and made it a couple years older than I am. Well, what's your real age? They ask her. 19. Without a blink or pause or nothing, she lies. She knows that her Medicaid card is right. She knows that her state ID is right. She knows that all of her government-issued documents show her correct age, and they always have. Dee Dee never fought at the government. Now, I will say, when you go into a doctor appointment, you get a surgery, you get this, you get that, you fill out paperwork with your insurance card, all right? You have surgeries done. They knew the correct age for her. When she'd had a surgery and they filed it through Medicaid insurance, the Medicaid card shows your age on it. It shows your correct date of birth. She knew the correct date of birth the whole time based on her Medicaid insurance card. That means your doctors that were treating you and using your insurance knew how old you were. Now, were there some times where they did not use their correct insurance? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Were there some doctors where you're related to charities where, they didn't actually use their insurance card on purpose so that they wouldn't know that her real age is on the insurance card? But Gyps knew, okay? Gyps knew her Medicaid card was the correct age. She knew her state ID had the correct age. Now, she obviously never had a driver's license before because of that whole thing that was, the fraud of being disabled. But why doesn't she have one now? Instead of getting online and doing lives and causing all this baby mama drama, why don't you go get your driver's license, girl? Do it for yourself. Also, that way you know how old you are. Sorry, just had to say that. All right, so moving on. Lifetime needs to hold her accountable because, no offense, Lifetime, when you haven't done your research and you don't know that her Medicaid card had the right age the whole time, when you do an interview and she says, oh, I didn't know how old I was because there weren't the proper candles on the cake, it makes you look like such a dupe, okay? Lifetime, she's going to ruin your reputation. And eventually, the truth is going to come out, and anyone associated with her right now, giving her a platform, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm literally trying to help you. Kim K, don't do any more interviews with her, okay? It makes you look like you're not credible. And you've built a big business, a big brand. You've built a very credible and proven successful way of starting small businesses or businesses and then closing them out and recycling them. And it's been a great business structure for you, a good business model. You basically need to not let her ruin your credibility, because when you go out there and you talk to her, you do an interview with her, when all this stuff comes out with Gyp, and it will, there's no stopping it. It's like a flood. It's like a dam. It's breaking out. And I think it's just it's fate. It is going to happen. And, Kim K, when it does, this is going to make you look so bad. It's going to make your credibility look even worse. And you don't need that. So the one interview, okay, but please don't do it again. For real. There's other people that you work with that are actually innocent. This one is not. And, when the truth comes out that she's not innocent, it's going to really make the other cases that you work for less credible. Just looking out for you, girl. I don't want that to happen to you. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. Ciao.